The Stash investment app, is it a scam? Is it not a scam? Now, I want you guys to notice one thing. Look in the description down below and notice one thing, and it's that I don't have a referral code for the Stash app. So I don't have a single incentive to be biased to get you to download the app or to do anything like that. So I just want to clarify that, because a lot of YouTubers out there, they tell you it's a non-biased review, but then they want you to download the app so they can get stock and they can make money off of it, okay? That's not the case here. Just wanted to clarify that. So in this video, we're going to cover all the pros and the cons to this app, and I want to clarify one last thing. This is a review on the investment portion of the app. It's not the debit card portion. If you want to see that video, comment down below and let me know, and I'll make that video tomorrow. So just comment down below and let me know. And guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is TommyBryson. I'm an accountant, and I'm one of the only YouTube channels on the platform that posts videos every single day. Yes, I said I post videos every day. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified every single time I upload a new video, which is every day. On top of that, hit the like button. It helps the channel out a ton, and then that way I know you guys actually like these videos. And I want to ask you guys one question, okay, before the video starts. Let me know in the comments down below, which app do you actually use to invest? Do you use a regular broker? Do you use Acorn? Use M1 Finance? Do you use Wealthfront? Let me know in the comments down below, which app do you use, or if you're planning on using Stash app, or if you're already using Stash app. Let me know in the comments down below. Really interested to see how many people actually use this app or don't use this app. So now that you commented, I want to jump in straight into the video, but I want to clarify one thing, okay guys? And here's what I want to clarify. What's the Stash app and how does it work? It's an app that lets you invest money for a low amount of money and buy fractional shares, meaning that you don't need to have thousands of dollars to actually get started. You only need around $5, and you only have to pay around $1 a month to actually get started into the entire app. So it's very low and actually gives you access to a whole bunch of investments. On top of that, also ETFs. If you don't know what that means, then watch my other video, because I explain exactly what an ETF is, mutual funds, and all that other stuff, okay? So watch that other video before you watch this one, just so it makes sense. On top of that, you might be asking, Tommy, why would I invest with the Stash app? Number one, fractional shares, meaning that you don't need a lot of money to actually get started. If you want to buy Apple shares and you only have $5, but it costs $200, you can still buy a percentage of that stock, right, without having to have the entire $200. So it's very cool. On top of that, there's no trading fees. Like, for example, back in the days, not anymore, you had to pay like $10 every time you bought a stock, okay, just for the trading fee. That doesn't happen here anymore. Doesn't exist, at least for now in the current environment. And the third thing that would actually make you want to do this entire thing is that it's a low entry fee to actually get started. You only need around $6 to start investing today, right now, okay? Very simple, very easy to get started. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about the Stash app right now, currently? Comment down below, because I want to see what you think about the headlines. Like, how does it work? Oh my gosh, you save so much money. I want to know what you guys think right now before I start breaking down the pros and the cons to the Stash app. Comment down below right now. So now that you commented, I want to jump in straight into the pros and the cons of the Stash app. And it's pretty obvious, right? You can see that my hands are crossed. I'm really not happy about these pros, but I really want to jump in straight into the cons, because it's really what's important. But I have to not be biased, and I have to go through the pros first. So stick around, please, till the end of the video, so you can actually hear the cons, because that's where the actual information is, okay? So just stick around to the end of the video. Now, number one, here are the pros. Number one, there's a low monthly fee of only $1 as long as you have less than $5,000 in the account. Less than $5,000 equals $1 a month, which is still pretty expensive. I'll explain that later on in the video. Don't worry about it. Now, number two, low minimum investment. You only need $5 to actually get started investing today. Super cool. Number three, scheduled investments. Now, for example, if you get paid every single Friday, you can schedule that investment. So then every Friday when you get paid, they take $50, $100, whatever you want to set, and they start investing it for you on your behalf. Now, number four, round ups. If you use a debit card every single day, they round it up to the next dollar, and then they start investing that money at the end of the month. Pretty cool. Number five, your money is secured just in case the company does go bankrupt, up to $500,000. Now, I want you guys to listen to this one. If the company goes bankrupt, your money is insured up to $500K. So that's pretty cool. That's one of the most important pros here. Now, number six, whenever you start receiving dividends on your investments, that money isn't automatically invested, but instead it's transferred straight into your cash account. So then that way you can take that money out to the real world, or you can choose to actually reinvest it yourself into whatever you want to reinvest it into. Now, this is important, right? Because, for example, if you have $1 million and you're getting paid maybe 2.35% every single year from your dividends. It's around $23,000 every single year just on dividends. So rather than having that money automatically invested, you can take that money out automatically and use it in the real world for whatever you want. I find that pretty cool. Now, number 7, they only have 2 trading periods during the day, meaning that if you want to invest and trade stocks during the entire day, it doesn't work like that. There's only 2 periods, in the morning and in the afternoon. That's how it works. Now, that's pretty standard. No big deal there. That's why it's a pro, so don't worry about that one. Now, number 8, they actually have a lot of educational values and blogs and all that stuff inside of the application. So I really appreciate that. Now that we got over that, okay, we got over the pros, so no one can say I'm biased, okay? Am I good? Okay, I'm good. Now, here's the thing. All these pros are standard in the business now. SoFi has this, Wealthfront has this, Acorn has this. Every single pro I mentioned here, all the other companies have this already, okay? So there's nothing special about the Stash app whatsoever. So now that we got over that, and none of you guys can actually say that I'm biased, I actually want to jump in straight into the cons. So con number 1 is the management fee. Tommy, is only 0.25%. How cheap are you, okay? It doesn't make sense. Why are you complaining about this? Well, here's my answer, guys, right? 0.25%, you might not see it as a big deal, but over time, if you're investing for like 40, 30 years, over time, this can add up between to $50,000 all the way up to $100,000 in fees. Now, here's what I mean by this. If they only charge you $1, right? $1 fee, flat fee across the board, it would only be $12 a year. And for the rest of 40 years, it's like 40 times 12. Alexa, how much is 40 times 12?
40 times 12 is 480.
So it would only be around $480 like towards the entire life of the entire account. But they don't do this because guess what? If they charge you a percentage, over time, your portfolio will keep growing. And over time, your money will keep compounding. And then over time, the money that they actually make from you will keep increasing. So for example, if you have $1 million in your account after 30, 40 years, well, guess what happens now? They're charging you 0.25, meaning that they're charging you around $2,500 every single year to actually manage your portfolio, but they're not really doing anything, okay? It doesn't make any sense. Now, here's my thing. You might say, Tommy, it's still pretty cheap. I don't know what you're talking about. It's only $50,000, only $100,000. Well, here's my thing. The competition. Acorn doesn't charge you a single dime in management fee, not even 0.25%, until you hit $1 million. So before you hit that mark, you're only being charged $1. So in reality, you're only going to pay Acorn $480 for the next 40 years, which is no big deal compared to 0.25% that keeps compounding, and it can compound over to $50,000 to $100,000 by the life of your investment. So you pick which one you prefer. Now, number 2, high fee on low minimum balances. Now, Tommy, what do you mean by this? I mean this. If you have $300 in your investment account, and you're only being charged $12 a year, $1 every single month, that actually adds up to around a expense value of around 4%. So what I mean is this, guys, it might look like they're not charging you a lot, but compared to like a regular investment account, they are charging you a ton of money. So for example, if you have a low amount on your investment and they're charging you $1, that's a lot of money compared to your portfolio value. So in reality, here's my thing. That's why when you hit that $5,000 mark, they charge you 0.25% because that 0.25% adds up to around $1.50 a month. So that's why they do it, okay? They're trying to get your money even while you're low and while you're high also, just to clarify that. Now, number 3, high ETF expense ratios. Now, if you don't know what this is, comment down below and let me know. I'll make a video about it ASAP. Just let me know in the comments down below. Now, high ETF expense ratios, I saw expense ratios ranging from like 0.78% all the way to like 0.20%, which is pretty standard, but compared to my Vanguard account that only charged me around 0.03% with Acorn, it's still pretty expensive, guys. So I can't tell you, oh my gosh, it's only 0.77%, but the competition is offering 0.03%, okay? So it doesn't really make sense. I can't recommend this at all, okay? Now, number 4, there's a lot of hype with this company, and I don't appreciate it. So for example, they use a lot of marketing tactics trying to tell you like, hey, you know, you have access to this stuff. It's like medicinal stuff. You can invest into tech. You can invest into all this stuff. You're gonna get a lot of money, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. You only need $5. It's all marketing, and I don't appreciate it because they don't tell you how much those fees actually add up. How about this, okay? I would appreciate this, and you guys can comment down below if this makes sense. How about every single financial app out there tells you, hey, if we're charging you this amount of money, this is how much money is gonna add up towards the entire end of your investment. So if you're charging you 0.25% and you're investing $500 every single month, well, at the end of your entire investment cycle, maybe 40 years, it's gonna add up to around $50,000. Why don't they do that? They don't do it because they can't be that transparent, because you probably won't even go with them. So that's my thing. It's a lot of hype, a lot of marketing, but it's not a proper product. And you're probably wondering, Tommy, what are the alternatives to the Stash investment app, okay? And here's the answer. You can use SoFi, Acorn, M1 Finance. I don't recommend Wealthfront because they have the exact same business plan, so don't really appreciate that, but they do have the entire, like, another value. By the way, guys, if you want to know all the information on these companies, the alternatives, just comment down below. I'll link every single video because I've done a video on all these companies before, so just check those out on the channel. So comment down below and let me know, what do you think about the pros? What do you think about the cons? And I'll be honest with you guys, the cons and the pros overweigh the pros by so much more. And the pros are just standard with every other app out there. So there's nothing special about this, okay? And here's my thing, guys. You're probably thinking, Tommy, what are your final thoughts on this video? But before I tell you, comment down below and let me know yours. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about the Stash app. Let me know, and that way I know what video to make next. So here are my final thoughts on the Stash app. It's the business model, a business itself, that's all bread and no butter, okay? I think that doesn't make sense, but here's what I mean by that. It's a lot of marketing, but the marketing is standard for everyone else, so it doesn't make any sense for me. It's not cool, it's just expensive, and over time, it'll cost you tens of thousands of dollars, so I don't recommend it. If you're asking me at this point, I'm pretty sure you already know, I don't recommend the app. Is it a scam? It's not a scam, obviously, right? But it just doesn't make any, I mean, when you compare it to Acorn, it's kind of like a scam because it's scamming you out of a lot of money, but in reality, you know, I don't recommend the app. I can't recommend it. Tommy, what would make you recommend it? Well, here's what would make me recommend it, okay? If you guys had a fixed fee of maybe $1, $2 a month, it's pretty cool. Every single month, no percentage, none of that stuff. On top of that, if you're transparent about your fees, if you also have like more Vanguard ETFs on there, you don't have a single one. If you lower the expense ratio, like, well, you can't lower that because the ETF itself sets that, but in reality, offer more friendly long-term investments on your platform, like with Vanguard, and then that would make me recommend it. But right now, it doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. Comment down below if you guys feel me, if you think I went too far on this video. Comment down below and let me know. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. If you like the video, leave a big thumbs up. Helps the channel out a ton. You won't even believe it. Subscribe, and on top of that, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one and you disagree with me or you agree with me, just DM me on Instagram at TommyBryson. If you want to support the channel, just get one of these t-shirts, link in the description down below. I'll see you guys next time on the next video. Thanks for watching, and peace.
You've got to start at the bottom if you're ever gonna